The next one is interactivity with an if statement. So basically we just took things into a variable and then we spit them out somewhere on the page where we designate. But maybe we want to do some evaluation of some of the things that are being input. This one I have that talks about checking to see if a password is the appropriate length. So this one we have the same kind of a setup. In our body we have a span with an ID new password. And again, in this case, since it's an empty place, I could have put the ID on the paragraph, I could have put the ID on the div, as long as I have a space with an ID somewhere indicated that I'm using a variable here, that I'm identifying this DOM element. So here we have a variable that we're creating called password from the prompt. So we're going to say enter a password, must have 8 characters or more. And we could just take that and spit it out and say your password is this. Typically we don't want to reply back what a password is because we want people to have privacy. But what we want to do is evaluate whether or not this password is 8 characters or more. So we do that by looking at it to see if the length of PW is greater than or equal to 8. And then within these curly braces, we say what we want it to do if that is so. And if that is so, we want to pass a statement that says your password is accepted into the inner HTML of new password. And if it's not, we figure out what we want to do in the else statement. We say your password is rejected in that same one. So let's take a look at that. Password. So it's going to ask me for a password. Password is not a great password, but if I put that in, your password is accepted because it is greater than 8 characters. If I run it again and I just say 1, 2, 3, 4 for my password, which is also a very bad password, your password is rejected. So you can see how it evaluates on that point of greater than or equal to 8. So play around with those and make some adjustments if you want to in the logic that it's using, but very simple, just captures a variable and then it evaluates whether or not it is 8 characters and then passes a different message depending on the answer to that into this ID up here in the page.